I thought I'd take this opportunity to practice something that I'm going to have to do at my job soon, and that is to go out to first responder communities and explain to them what a civil support team is. Civil support teams were originally created to respond to weapons of mass destruction incidences. We are a team made up to go out and respond if there is a chemical, biological, nuclear, or radiological threat in an area. We are geared towards the civilian communities, fire, EMS, and law enforcement, as well as federal agencies like FBI and U.S. Marshals teams. There are 55 teams in the nation, as well as in each of the U.S. territories. 3 additional teams are about to be stood up in California, New York, and Florida due to their locations and high ops tempo. The mission of the CST is to respond to an incident and assist, assess, advise, and identify for the incident commander what is going on. The history of the CST goes back as far as just before September 11th. We were called raid teams prior to that, and we responded to September 11th with the New York team. And part of their job was to offer communications capabilities, as there were none in the state, and also to identify phosgene, which was present in the basement of the World Trade Centers due to their cooling systems. We've also responded to Katrina, to meth labs, and also to the shuttle that exploded in Austin, Texas, or in Texas. The CST is made up of several sections, really. There is a command section which has a safety officer, a commander who links up with the incident commander, and also a deputy commander who assists in that process. There's also a medical section which is made up of a physician's assistant who rides in an ambulance, a fully capable ambulance that can transport, as well as a paramedic and a nuclear med science officer who works in our mobile lab to analyze whatever we bring back from the hot zone, as we call it, and to be able to identify whatever that is. The lab has the same capabilities as a state lab, just on scene. There's also a medical operations officer in the medical section who links up with the local hospitals to advise them as to what to expect, and also to gain information on victims in the situations. We also have a survey team who has a team leader who basically leads the team, leads that section anyway. We have recon and sampling sections within the survey section who can go downrange and identify certain things and bring back samples as well. There's also an operations section which holds a modeler who is able to plume models to advise the incident commander as to what areas should be evacuated. There's also a decon section, which is what I run, and we advise the incident commander as to what to use for a solution, and also to be able to decontaminate our own members who go into the hot zone, and also to decontaminate the local first responders who go in with us or have gone in. We also have logistics within the operations section, and administrative personnel, as well as training and operations officer who also links up with the IC commander to assist in the process of everything. There's also a communications section within the civil support team. We have all the same capabilities that you could think of: secure internet, secure phone. We can offer a satellite that does numerous things, and we can also link into first responder radios and work it that way. If the CST mission has changed throughout the years, we've responded to natural disasters now. We can also respond to meth labs, any other drug labs, and numerous other natural disasters or anything of that nature. As I mentioned prior, Hurricane Katrina was a big focal point for us because we started responding to that. New Hampshire recently responded to the tornadoes in Epsom, New Hampshire, in assisting the incident commanders in setting up his command post. Due to this increased mission, we have a higher ops tempo, which requires all teams to be on call 24/7 and to reach out to the communities. And this is part of the reason why I decided to do this speech on this subject, because I will be going out to the local communities and discussing what civil support teams are. At this time, I would ask anybody if they had any questions.